Yo, what is up? This is my favorite circle-based design for a solo slash duo. I show you a couple ways that you can change it for a duo, but instead I just kind of keep it for a solo because, well, I'm mainly solo. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Alright, this build starter is pretty easy to get into, so let's do that. Put down a circle. You put your door wherever you want. If you want a double, you can do double. If you want a single, you use single. It's really up to you. Go ahead, put your TC far right as you can. Roof it. Go ahead, roof all this up. Don't forget your door can face in or out. Use any object as you need to use as a jump up. Go ahead, wall this in. Roof that. Double door frame, double door roof. Storage, go ahead, put a shelf right here. Go ahead, put a box, large box, so, and then a small box right beside it. You might have to put triangle up here to get to this top one. Do the same, like so. I highly recommend to go ahead and put a featured doorable door frame here and go ahead and actually door it off. This is for protection to your main loot currently. So with that, you can actually go ahead and put your tier 1 in here as well. Put one here and here. Last but not least, you can go ahead, put your bag in like so, and use the door to block that off. Again, this is what starter unit will look like. Again, it's just a circle base, nothing really too special at this point. So yeah, this is what the inside will look like. You open your door, you're greeted by a warm furnace, your bag, and then your main loot slash TSC. If you want, you could put wooden window bars on there. It's really up to you. So the expanded version of the starter unit follows as. Go ahead, pick this up. Remove the door, remove the small box, put one large box here, replicate it down here, and we can use the same door that we just took off. I have to pick up your bag, and now we have a full loot room. Once you have a tier 1 or tier 2, my bad, this will become a garage door. So to make easier access to TC, I do highly recommend to make sure that the door swings out towards you. Your tier 1 can stay put right here. I have to shut a couple doors to kind of access it. Then your bag kind of gets pushed into this triangle like so, which is fine. Two more furnaces can go like so. Then you'll come out here. It's square, triangle pattern all the way around. So from this, when you have enough metal, go ahead, upgrade this part, a first floor, to sheet metal for future references. Go ahead and upgrade this as well. Go ahead, wall these two off, and put a door frame on the next one. So you're gonna skip this one, then be the next one. So we're gonna skip this one. This will be the next one. We're gonna skip this one. It will be this one. Now you have 3 access ways into your base. If you want to, you can go ahead, put an airlock down, which is fine. Once you're done with that, come to the top of your base. You can go ahead, leave this part stone for now. Upgrade this. Make this all stone. Put a shelf here. Go ahead, leave this one open. If you have another furnace by any chance, you can use this as a jump up, or you can pick one of those that you have down there. This will in the future be a jump up. So go ahead, put a double door from here going outwards. Go ahead, destroy that. Now you can use this floor for another bag if you would like, or if you want your main bag up here, that'll be fine. This is what the expanded starter unit would look like. Nothing too special. You still have a roof that you can jump up onto, and you have 3 different ways to get into the base. Alrighty, you got yourself tier 2. It does not go here. You can keep tier 1 down here. The main floor you'll be playing off of is this second floor. This is where all your comps, this is where your respawn area, this is your main area. This is where you will be, this is where you'll play. So go ahead, put this furnace back down there. Place your tier 2 here. Alright, so once you have a tier 3, you will replace the tier 2 with a tier 3 and then the tier 1 with a tier 2. I forgot to add that in the video and I am truly sorry. Then once you do that, once you have enough comps, go ahead, come down here to the bottom floor. Place all these with garage doors. Again, might have to pick up some bags. Remove furnaces. Place all those. And this one can be a garage door. Whenever you do get yourself a armor door doubled, by any chance, I highly recommend to replace it with that. Put one here. And sooner or later, you'll need to put 2 here. For now, I won't. But just to kind of show you how it would need to be, make sure the rollers are on the outside. So that when you do have the tier 2 here, you can easily jump up into the next floor. If it'll let you. Like so. And yeah. If you do have one, or do have had one crafted, go ahead, put a locker here. Small box, like so. Go ahead and put your boxes up here. So. And like so. At this point, you probably have starved a couple times, so what we're gonna do, go ahead and put a barbecue here, put a small box inside of it. Do the same thing for the up top, just in case you kill a couple bears. So then with the bear that you might have killed, go ahead, put skin right there, or rug, and then there's enough room here. Go ahead, put a bed here. Again, this is going to be your play area. You're going to have your highest tier workbench on this floor and respawn with all your comps and all that. So when you get to this stage, you want to move pretty fast in the whole base upgrades and all that. So from here, where do we go? Well, we can really only go up. So what do we do when we get out here? It'll allow it. Go ahead, put a twig floor here or here, and now you're on the main roof area. What you're going to do, going to wall off all of this like so without falling. I put a triangle here, and then get back to the one that you placed previously. And bam. Once you get done walling off the second floor like so, I highly would go ahead and recommend the sheet metal and then the first one to armored. And then what I would do is to do the inner peaks like so. Put a square right here. Do the same thing on the other side. Square, square. Get this one right here. What this does is it gives you 2 triangles on mirrored place sides, and with this, what you can use them for jump ups onto your shooting floor from the very bottom of your floor. And how do you get to these? That's when I highly recommend to go ahead, just put 2 furnaces on both sides like so. You can really use any object here. All it's really used for is to literally just go up, jump it, press open, and yeah. Once you do that, since we haven't got a chance yet, go ahead, upgrade this for sheet metal, as you can see, like so. Now with the gaps like so, as you can see, you can just easily fall through them, right? So with this one, go ahead, make this stone, keep it stone, don't upgrade it to anything else. Do the same opposite sides, and for anyone that has a square, do the exact same thing for. So now you can't just run and fall in the hole. You actually will get stuck, and you can't actually just fall through it. You know what I'm saying? What you need to do is to come up to the top right here. Go ahead and change that to a garage door. Turn this to a loot room, like so. Before you place door, make sure that you do put your boxes down. So. Like so. It doesn't have to necessarily be the nicest job. Again, it's just for storage. And you'll do the exact same thing on the other side. And make sure you put boxes down first. And then the double door. The reason for the double door is because it just opens a lot faster than the garage door. If these get rated, I don't really mind it. Again, this is really just your extra storage. It's really nothing. Cover this backside. What you can do if you're one of those type of solo players, doing farming a lot or whatnot, and you just or been, you know, getting kits left and right from one group, go ahead, plop a vending machine here, go access it, rotate it, so you can put in, you know, all the goodies, turn it around, and then, you know, put it however you want. Cover this next step, kind of for a early game shooting floor ordeal. Go ahead, put vertical embrasures like so in a small box. Go ahead, put a double door. You can go ahead, put a double door going inwards like so. The reason for this is because you can see at a distance and pretty up close. With vertical, you'll have split, which again, you'd probably be falling off of the box with so. So that's why I just go ahead and kind of recommend using the vertical like so, or horizontal, my bad. Do the same thing on the other entrances slash airlocks. As you can see, now you can actually take heli as well with it. And yeah, when you're done admiring or taking heli, you know, once or twice, you'll probably be getting attention. I highly recommend to go ahead and wall this in. Then get working on your shooting floor. Come to the garage door. Go ahead and floor all this in. If you want to, go ahead, not armor, but sheet metal this. Go ahead, have access like so. Again, garage door. When you go up here, as you can see, we'll be greeted by our early game pods, as I would call them. So what you can do here is go ahead, triangles like so, that, then if you do on one side, you want to kind of equally do it on the other. Then come to the other pods and make sure you can keep doing so. And then put a window, all of them. So the ones that are gapped like this and don't have the triangle, you can go ahead. You can go ahead, put a single door frame here, open it like so. You won't fall through. So we'll do that again. When you do come up to this one, what you need to do, you get a double door, go out like so. Do the same. You'll be able to fall through here. So what I would recommend is to go ahead, put siren lights like so that you can't fall through. Do that on both sides. That, and then you won't fall through, like I said. Again, that'll work, that'll work. And turn like there, 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 anywhere, anywhere. That'll work. Once you get done with this, you can take a raid. You'll have the respawns, you have the kits at this point, and you have all the attention to get raided. So for that, I personally like to have a bag on the shooting floor, and this is where I would do my electricity. So for a jump up, go ahead, put it here, put a garage door like so. Do the same the other side. So you have two instead of one. See, you got 1, 2. On this floor, I like to change my garage doors up to where the ones going up are different from the one in the middle. Sometimes I get a little confused on which ones I'm coming out and which ones I'm going into. So on the back side of the 3 garage doors, you do have these 3 triangles. What I recommend, go ahead, wall them in like so. Go ahead, upgrade all this. Put a garage door, open it. This fits 2 batteries. Bed perfectly. A locker. Taking a new kit. That's all protected by a garage door. Once you get done doing that, go ahead, add a whole bunch of these double door frames going around the entire shooting floor for the stability effect to go higher and have greater effect. Go ahead, go up your newly jump ups onto your roof now. Go ahead, roof it off. As you can see, the stability is good to where we can actually attach it to the outers first. As you can see, that's something you also want to check for, is to make sure your stability is great. You see we're having roughly 14 to 30% up here, which is perfect. And that is on the shooting floor and not on the main core. As you see, it only gets stronger and stronger. We're up to 50% now, 60. And so for this, what I kind of like to recommend is to either have 1 access point if I'm a solo, but if I do have a duo, then I'll go ahead and put 2 exits. It's really up to you, which would be like so. Roof that off, and then you just have garage doors like so. You just have 2 exit points, quite literally, going out like so. If you're solo, another thing is you can just do it like this. It's really up to you how you want it. For now, I'll go ahead and keep it like this. It's pretty simpler. It's more simpler this way, and yeah. So go ahead for this next part. Go ahead and make sure these are rotated towards you. Same with these ones. Place triangles like so. You come out here to your roof. We're not going to be using normal roofs. We're going to be using triangles. Make sure you get it like so. Up on this one, it'll connect itself. I've tried it with the normal squared roofs. It does not connect at all. With this, it actually all connects and makes a pretty cool roof. So for the windmill, it's actually going to be kind of cool. You can go up 2 or 3, however much you want. Again, the higher you go, the more power the windmill generates. Or in the case how I think it is, the faster your battery charges. Go ahead, if you hit it just right, you can rotate it where this part is like so. Make sure you get it right in the middle. If you do so perfectly the first time, you get it, and the windmill is actually hanging up on the door frames themselves. If you do take heli a lot, I highly recommend to go ahead and make these sheet metal just in case it does break. With that, go ahead, upgrade the surrounding floor underneath it as well. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you want to replace the tier 2 with the tier 3 and then the tier 1 with the tier 2. This is so that you can actually use these turrets that I'm about to show you where to. If you want to, a turret can go on this triangle. Make sure you go ahead and mirror it on the other side. You can come up to any of the furnaces. You can come up to this one. It's fine. You're going to skip 1 square. Go over. Go ahead. Put a turret on this one. Then again, go to these furnaces. Skip 1. Put a turret right here. Now you have a turret that has 180 degree on both sides. So no matter what side the raiders are coming from, so I have protection. If they do somehow raid behind the turret, that's when you would, you know, respawn your peaks. And well, yeah, if you are the raiding type, I have you, don't worry. You're gonna go ahead and put mixing tables right there and right here. But before you do this one, before you place the one that is in front of your single door here, or your main entrance, make sure you pick up, depending on how close it is, test if you can. Put a double door from here, or door here and here. What this does is acts as a airlock to your main core's door, like so. So yeah, that's just something I highly recommend as well. Then you can go ahead and place it like so. Now you can make 2k GP or 40 explosives total per round. It's really up to you. If you want to, you can add one more right here and right here, which adds 40 more explosives or 2k more GP, which is totally fine. So if you are needing to jump in and jump out of your base real quick, what I highly recommend is just go ahead, put a box right here, put a small box underneath all the mixing tables. The last thing that I recommend and highly ever barely see is a raid that's taking the raiders so long that, yes, they do kill you a lot, but they're not necessarily booming into base. So one thing I do recommend is not this door right here, but the squares on the sides here. Go ahead, place a bag like so. Make sure you have it out just enough where you can put a locker right here. Again, do the same thing on the other side. The last few touch-ups I would add, go ahead and upgrade your inner peaks to sheet metal. This fact, you can go ahead and skip this one where I like to upgrade it. Go ahead, upgrade all this to sheet metal. The reason for this is if you are getting raided or whatnot, the triangles that are peeking through are metal and not stones, so it only takes half of the health instead of raiding it all. Like so. Basically, keep them connected like so. With this, go ahead, delete the original one in place, put a triangle roof, rotate these walls. Now this is all connected, and now once we place TC, it will all go through. Go ahead, put a triangle frame there, and go out 3 squares. Place 3 triangles like so. Go ahead to get rid of all these ones. Upgrade this one to sheet metal. And place your TC far back or as close as you want. It's really up to you. I'll take this. Put a reinforced glass window here. And then put your garage door like so. Then a triangle here. Square from here. Square from here. Square from here. Will create your outer disconnectable TC. I'll show you quickly how it works. You can upgrade this to stone if you would like. Put a roof like so, it breaks that. If you know that you have it right without actually wanting to test it, that the middle one that you couldn't place, because as you can see, we followed through, we couldn't place it, or if we started over here, let me get rid of that, we can't place that either. That's kind of how you know that you have it right the first time. You don't need to keep, redoing it. When you put it in the middle like so, it's exactly 5 stability. With that, to make it all equal raid, in order for them to actually disconnect it, go ahead, upgrade all this sheet metal, make it from a 4 rocket raid to 8 rocket raid. If you want to follow through, it'll do the same, and then you'd repeat that on all sides. Once you get done with the build, this is what it's going to look like. Circle base, very advanced for a solo, nice for a duo. very compact, and has everything that you will need for an online raid, and pretty good for defending for an offline with the turrets and core. Yeah, this is just my favorite. I'm not gonna say it's the best. I've got a lot of hate in my comments of previous videos when I said the best, but you know, this is just my favorite base design currently for solo duo. It's just a quick little circle base that's very, very advanced and very fun to play with, that you can throw down very quickly actually on any server that you play on. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video. Please give this video a like and thumbs up, and yeah, have a good one.